Hey guys, welcome to week 10. That's right, we're almost at the end. This week we get to animate and it's going to be great. So, at the end of this week, we're going to be finish the skinning of this model and creating the first animation of the walk cycle and starting the second one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really excited about this. So, let's get into it. A lot of big things. And let's take a look at everything going from there. So, yeah, I figured I'd cover the 12 principles of animation before we get in. So, obviously, when we're animating, we want to take a look into a bunch of different things as we're setting up things. Obviously, we want to take a look at squash and stretch, which gives volume, things how they impact. They'll squash, and when they move, and since they showcase of weight and flexibility, they stretch. And that's crucial, right? But they got to maintain the same volume, and that's really a main aspect about that. However, and then we also have anticipation, where it helps set up an animation. And same thing with staging, where it helps set up the area and the elements of what's happening in the scene itself. It really kind of sets the mood of everything of what's going on. We also have a lot of different techniques with follow through and overlapping where you're moving through where things don't automatically stop when the main motion is stopped. For example, like a pair of clothes, the character will stop, but the clothes will keep going. That's follow through. Or it'll catch up, the clothes will catch up afterwards. That's just follow through, catching up with the character because it's obviously lighter. Or you could have clothes to where like the character stops and it flies past the character and then it comes back to follow through and sets up. That's overlapping when it goes past the original motion. So those things are kind of huge too. Also, another big aspect is slow in, slow out. The more frames in the start and the end and less in the middle help create acceleration to create velocity. And these things kind of play a part of each other, and everything makes sense with everything and how it plays a part. And that's how slow in, slow out works. We also tend to notice that a lot of things are done in arcs, and arcs are very huge. Motion is never really in a straight line, it's always in like these curves. And it helps give animation more flow. Along with secondary actions, these are actions that help like add more inflection to it. Like this guy right here to the right, he's got this arm that supposed to showcase his anger a little bit more, the strength to push in. He's showing that more strength into that. That's a secondary action that adds to the primary action with this him knocking on the door. We also have a lot with timing and spacing, and depending on where we place drawings at, specifically like a ball bouncing, can tell us like how things move and how things fast. And of course, we want to create exaggeration and solid drawing to give weight and volume and dimension, but also to read the character's emotions much easier. And because of all these aspects, it helps create appeal. And if the character has appeal, it has charisma. And it's clear personality developments that make the character seem real. And that's really huge. So, yeah. And principles of animation. That's what I'm talking about. So there's also the final principle, which is the difference between straight ahead or keyframing, and that's really aspect. If you do straight ahead animation, which is you're drawing each frame sequentially, you're just doing one frame at a time. Whereas some people tend to do animations, they do pose to pose animation or keyframing, and these are what animators never animate in order. What they do is they map the keyframes or the key poses out first, and then they'll do like the little frames in between each element, so that way they can be seen. You can do either way. Sometimes artists do both. They'll either do like straight ahead or they'll do pose to pose. Just depends how you want to feel about it. It's really the aspect about that. So cool. All right, so let's go over your assignments real quick, and we'll go over that and we'll get started with that. So yeah, so this week there's a lot of things to do. I added your assignment. So dividing extremes. So what I'd like you to do for this week is I'd like you to find a video. I'd like you to post a sketch of your 3 sketches of your character to show extreme actions. So I'd like you to do one extreme action you're analyzing, post a second sketch that you draw of a second extreme that you're analyzing, and a third sketch, and explain those extremes for me, please, in just a small paragraph. And I'd like to get feedback on the classmate that I provide as well for their work, and that'd be great. So that's your discussion post this week. Initial due on Tuesday, reply post on Saturday as always. Then you're going to finish the skinning. I'd like to see the character fully skinned. I'd like to see the project file along with a rendered image of everything would be great. And then for your animation this week, so you're going to start animating. I'd like to see the walk cycle at least 80% complete with at least 1 foot making full contact. But again, a walk cycle should be 1 foot complete, and then the next foot takes a step. It shouldn't just be 1 step from initial. So a full walk cycle is 2 steps, 1 with the right foot, 1 with the left foot. I like to see at least that. At least 80% would be good. And then for your second animation for the animation project, I'd like you to do like a second custom animation, 1 hour if you want to do it, and you can do it anyway. But I'd like you to at least start it, get a couple frames in, at least 1 keyframe, and that'd be fine. Other than that, that's all I got. Be safe, have fun, enjoy. I hope everybody has a great week. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I got your back as always. And have a fantastic day. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. Be safe.